I am here today to talk to you about the second unity principle, I am. So the gift of life is I am, is the talk title today. Neville Goddard said, I am is the self-definition of the absolute, the foundation upon which everything rests. Everything includes everything. Now, there are three truths that I'm going to talk to you about today as it relates to principle unity number 2. Three truths. The first one is that we are created in the image and in the likeness of God. That's a truth about that principle. The second truth that we're going to talk about is that because of our divinity, we can accomplish anything we set our minds to. Anything. And the third truth that I'm going to share with you today is that our greatest gift to others is to recognize their Christ potential. Unity is a truth movement with the belief in the availability of God. God is available to us, right? And the unity principles are a very practical way for us to shift our consciousness, for us to give conscious direction to our thoughts so that we can create desired outcomes. Don't you like to create desired outcomes? Yes. And so it's actually a way for us to know a greater truth. So the first truth that I want to talk about today that I mentioned earlier is that we were created in the image and after the likeness of God. That's the first truth. That means that life made us out of itself. Jesus said it best. The Father and I are one. God and I are one. We chanted that earlier, right? We are one with the one. We are one with the one, the all, the only. And I don't know if that gets you excited, but it gets me really excited. It's important for us to understand and accept that we are not separate from God. We're not. So there's not God and me. There is God as me. So the awareness of it is an eye-opener. But I soon learned that you have to accept it. Acceptance is a very big part of it. It's a game changer. Once you are aware of your truth, it is very necessary for you to accept it. This is the truth about us, but we must not only be aware of this truth, we must accept this truth and live from the awareness of it. So the second truth that I want to talk to you about as it relates to this unity principle number 2 is because of our divinity, we can accomplish anything we set our minds to. Anything. That is an all-inclusive statement. That's what's important for you to know. And so I can build my life up, or I can be deconstructive and tear it down. It's all up to me, because that includes all things. See, I am is the law, the process by which the unmanifest is manifest, the intangible becomes tangible, the invisible becomes visible. That's what it is. So, it's important for us to understand that there is a small print in there, and that is that possibility and responsibility are twins. It is our responsibility to unify with the present, and when we do, all things are possible for us. All things. What does responsibility means? It means to respond with your ability, right? And this is how you get put in the game. So it's not us sitting over here waiting on God to do something over there. Remember we said earlier that we're one. We're created in the image and after the likeness. And then here we are, ready to do it, but we've got to practice responsibility. Yes, and so the third truth that we're going to know today is that our greatest gift to others is to recognize their Christ potential. That's our greatest gift to others. And what that means is to love them. Love, next slide, means to let others voluntarily evolve. That's important because don't we just want people to change? Just change, just for me, just this time would you change? But that's not love. When we can love other people, we let them voluntarily evolve. It's not necessary to agree with them. It's not necessary for them to agree with us. We can see God in others whether they show it to us or not. And so we can recognize the divinity in others even when they're not able to recognize it in themselves. We can see the best in them, which uplifts them and helps them to be their best self, and then you're still being your best self. Judging others is unloving. Judge not. Neville Goddard said, "There is no one that is not all that is." There is no one that is not all that is. We all have our roots in God, all of us. Doesn't matter about anything else. So look for the good and look for the God in everybody. So here are some thoughts I'm going to leave you with. I am is your God awareness. I am is your self-awareness. I am is the living presence of God within you. I am is your prophetic word with yourself. I am is neutral, and you get to decide what is the outcome of it. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. And remember that you are the expression of the I am, and you can do, you can have, you can be anything you want to be.